In the 38,000, about 40% is occurring among the young people 15 to 24 years. 40%, meaning that for every 10 new infection that we have, 4 are young people aged 15 to 24. So I think that's a big challenge that we have. And again, when you look at the 40%, 80% of that 40 of the, there are 15,000 new infection among people, young people, 15 to 24. 12,000 of these are young girls and, adolescents and young girls. So meaning that HIV is more among our adolescent girls and young women. So it's a big concern. And so to me, I think 3 things I would mention that the young people should do. One of them is to take interest to know about HIV, the causes, the transmission, and how it's managed. I say that young people are digital. Looks like they are looking for information about perhaps new designs, new fashions, new cars, new music, new telephones. But you are not doing much to look at what are the causes and transmission of HIV. So to me, that's the first thing that should be done. Getting the interest to know about HIV. Then the second thing is having got the information about HIV, then you need to take action. Action is very important. Information that you have not acted on is useless. Then the third thing I would say that young people need to do is to take the leadership and advocate for interventions that prevent HIV and manage the cases that we have. So if the 3 are done, I think we'll be able to end HIV as a public health threat by 2030. So young people need to know that sex is the major way HIV is transmitted. Actually, those that have done studies, sex as a media, as a transmission line accounts about 85%. So meaning that if young people do not have do not engage in sexual activities, so they say no to sex, then we'll have reduced HIV by 85%. There are other modes of transmission. Blood transfusion used to be an issue, but now blood is checked thoroughly. So it's not one of the main areas. The needles, exchange. But again, those are significant. So young people need to know that through sexual activity, that's where we are getting HIV. We thank the miracle of science, because once you have HIV and you are able to take your drugs faithfully, as you have heard from the Director General, the chances of transmission are almost zero, especially when you suppress, when you take your drugs such that the HIV in you is, put to zero activity, then you'll not be able to transmit HIV. So, and that's why you had the Director General calling upon us to ensure that we take our drugs very well. So young people need to know, once you have HIV, it's not the end. You are able not to transmit this HIV if you diligently take your medicine.